right, guys, it is the end of 2023, and you know what that means? Top 5. That's right, we're doing top 5 Pokemon sealed investments from 2023 right after this. Alright guys, thanks for joining me here at the end of the year, the end of 2023. I'm Andy with Northwoods TCG, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 Pokemon investments from 2023. Now before we do this, let's set some ground rules for this endeavor, which is going to be, they had to be released in 2023. That's the number one thing. Number 2, we're going to look at the top gainers. So we're going to take a look at all the different products in the Pokemon TCG that were released in 2023 and find out which ones had the best gains. To let you know, did you pick the right items, or were there other items that maybe you should be looking for in the future going into 2024? So, without further ado, let's kick in to number 5. Alright guys, thanks for joining me in the number 5 spot, and that's going to bring in the Paldea Evolved Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. That's right, this box has a 28% gain on it so far, and that's going from the high of $91 to 63 cents. The low of $59.99, which is the MSRP price, and the current value of $77. So the 28% gain is from the low to the current pricing, not to the high, just so everybody is clear. Overall, I think that this Elite Trainer Box looks fantastic. It gives a good homage to the actual starters on the front of it with the color scheme, and it's really flashy with the black and the flashy neon colors. Overall, I think that this set will do extremely well. It's one of my favorite full sets inside of the Scarlet and Violet era so far, and it gives a great line of Illustrator rares into Secret Illustrator rares for the starters. Overall, I think this is a great pickup. I think it looks really good. Overall, the pricing is still really good on this particular product, and I think that it looks nice. It'll look really good in a collection. As Scarlet and Violet keeps getting its legs, I think that this one will continue to go up in value, as we are seeing with a lot of the Paldea Evolved products currently in the Pokemon TCG. Now, we're going to move on to number 4. All right, here we are at the number 4 spot, and we have got the Scarlet and Violet 151 6-pack booster bundles. That's right, this is one of my favorite products that have been recently introduced, this 6-pack booster bundle, and the Pokemon 151 is going to be on this list more and more, which is not surprising. But we're going to start off with this one with a 40% gain. This one had a high of $50.78, a low of $27.99, which is MSRP, and a current value of $42.06. So overall, this is a very strong performing product. It looks really good as a sales place. It has a really good amount of packs inside of it, and the pricing is set really nicely comparatively to the ETB as an MSRP price, which puts a little bit higher demand on this particular product. And this is something I thought could happen, because at the MSRP pricing, you could get 2 of these and actually have a better value price per pack than the actual ETB. So once again, we are seeing a 40% gain on this particular product, which is a nice gain overall when you're looking at a relatively new product. Now, could they reprint this product at this point in time and change that? Yes, but this list is strictly placed on the numbers from low to current value, and finding this 40% value change is exactly why it's on this list. Things can change. We could see more reprints of Pokemon 151. Stay tuned as we move forward to see what happens with this particular set and see how much this product comes out and if it will really truly affect the pricing all that much, or will it just be a down and back up again as the product leaves the shelves? We will see as we move further ahead into 2024. Now, we're going to kick in to the number 3 spot. Number 3 spot is going to bring something in from Sword and Shield with the Crown Zenith Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Again, you're going to see a common theme when it comes down to products on here with the Elite Trainer Boxes from Pokemon Center, but for good reason. They are a little bit more exclusive, they're a little bit harder to find, and with that being said, it drives the price up a little bit more. But Crown Zenith one looks fantastic. That Lucario box, a great flashy box in my collection. It looks nice, and overall, I think that there's going to continue to be a demand for this particular ETB going into the future. When we look at the pricing, we had a total gain of 59% on this particular product. We had a high of $114.27. we had a low of $65.99, which of course was the MSRP price for this particular holiday set from Sword and Shield, or from Pokemon Center for Sword and Shield yet, and a current price of $105.20. Once again, not a bad investment for an ETB that is just about a year old. And overall, we have not seen any reprints of this particular ETB on the Pokemon Center website, which means we might be done with that one and we may not see it. Now, not 100% sure. We don't know what Pokemon Center will have in the future and what Pokemon International will decide. But currently, it looks like the pricing on this is probably just going to continue to go up from here. $105.20 will be the buy-in price. Do I think that that's the bottom and it won't move anymore? No, I think that this product will do well, and there's definitely some great opportunities on this particular product moving into the future. So once again, guys, this is going to be your number 3 spot on the list. Moving on to number 2. All right, guys, before we go on to number 2, just a reminder, make sure that you hit that subscribe if you have not. Hopefully I've earned it so far in this video. Also, make sure you hit that like to help the video out, and also hit that notify so you know when we're doing new videos like this. We will be doing a top 5 on Friday, so if you're interested to see the top 5 singles from 2023, definitely tune in for that. Hopefully hit that subscribe and notify so you don't forget on Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time. Now, let's move on to the number 2. All right, guys, here we are at the number 2 spot, and that's going to be taken up by the Pokemon Center exclusive Scarlet and Violet 151 Elite Trainer box. That's a mouthful, but that is going to be your number 2 spot. That's at a 63% gain so far, a high of $120.50, a low of $59.99, which was MSRP, and the current value on it is $97.77. Overall, this is probably one of the better performing products as a actual single product overall, and it looks really good. Overall, the overall artwork on this particular ETB is nice. That Snorlax box is a nice little standout with the white, and overall, it looks really good in your collection. The other benefit to this is that you do get that stamp promo inside of it with the Pokemon Center stamped Snorlax. And once again, it's Pokemon 151, which is one of the hottest sets of 2023. A lot of fun to open. It brought in a bunch of OGs back into the hobby. And once again, the Pokemon 151 set in general is just fire to open and fun to try and find your favorite Pokemons in that particular set. So once again, this one has got a 63% gain. And I just predict this thing's going to continue to go up unless for some reason Pokemon puts a large reprint onto the Pokemon Center website. But the original reprint or the original release on this only lasted for like less than an hour. And I don't see them staying on the website very long. And it may bring the price down a little bit, but it'd have to be a huge reprint in order to really change the value of this particular set. So once again, I think that this one is just going to continue to go up in price. And that 63% gain that we've seen so far is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes down to this Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box for Pokemon 151. So keep your eye on it. Definitely watch it. But this is going to be your number 2 investment for 2023. Moving on to number 1. All right, guys, here we are at the number 1 spot. Thank you for watching. And as always, make sure that you hit that subscribe, that notify, and the like on this video. Hopefully I've earned your subscription and like on this. But please remember to do so right now before you leave the video. Now, this number 1 spot is going to be the Pokemon 151 Mini Tin set. Now, this is the actual Mini Tin product. You could have bought this originally for $99.99. That was the MSRP. It has had a high of $163.68. The current price is $163.68, and it is up 64%. This is going to be your highest gainer by just 1%. And I think that Pokemon Center ETB will probably overtake this in the near future. Once again, those tins are really hot too. I like the tins. They have really good pull rates, which is probably part of the reason that they're driving the price up. Also, the tin art itself is fire in itself. You got that Arcanine, you got that Scyther, you've got that beautiful Gengar inside of there with Meowth and Magneton. Electabuzz is one of them. And there's a lot to offer when it comes down to the actual pull rates on this, which is one of the reasons that I think that pricing will continue to move up fairly nicely on these. Also, until they're gone or they get a little bit too high in price where people stop buying them because of cost. Once again, if you're looking for some good pull rates, these tins, as we've shown in a previous video, are the hit plays. There are really good hit rates for getting those IRs and SIRs in this particular set, and that's a big factor when it comes down to the pricing of these particular products. Once again, We're looking at a 64% gain on this particular product, and this is going to round out your top 5 from 2023. All right, guys, hopefully this was a good list for you. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of perspective on how fluid the Pokemon market can actually be. From last year being a lot of booster boxes in this spot to now being a lot of other items, such as the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. Those have been a big change when it comes down to it, just because we do not get reprints of them. That continues to drive that price up more and more on those particular items, which can be a good thing. If you're looking for that exclusive item, those Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes might be the items to be looking for going into 2024. We will see. We will keep an eye on them. Hopefully they don't get reprints, and if they don't, that's definitely going to be a big driving factor for the exclusivity of those particular products. Otherwise, guys, hopefully this is a good video. If you do enjoy this, of course, check out the videos at the end. I'll be putting up 2 of them for you at the end of the video for you to continue watching. And other than that, we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.